Hello everybody. Today we are changing brake pads on the Kia Rio. Come over here. Things you will need. Pliers, probably a screwdriver, it might help. Some sort of wrench for the right size for your caliper bracket and your caliper, and then a ratchet and a socket. And of course new brake pads. So, first thing you're going to do once you get the wheel off, got a bolt right here, and a bolt right here that hold your brake caliper on. I think I can show them to you. Bolt right here, bolt right there. So we are going to take those off. See if I can set this down. Alright, once you get the brake caliper off, you can visibly see your brake pads. You need to take the brake caliper bracket off. It's another 2 bolts. You got one right here, and you got that one right there. So you can take those 2 off, pull the bracket off, the pads will come with it, and then we'll be able to get the rotor off and change the pads out of the Alright, we got the caliper bracket off. Now, you might have to tap it around a little bit with a hammer to get the brake rotor off so that we can replace that. But we're gonna go in to the bench and replace the pads out of the bracket. Alright, so right here you got the brake caliper bracket. You got 2 little pins in here. Pads just turn and pull right out. Sometimes they give you a little bit of a fit. And there we are. Alright, so we got the brackets in. I actually put the first pad in. So we're going to put the second one in. You got a notch right here. And you've got another notch right up here that the pad just sits into. Make sure you put them in the right way. If you're unsure, most brake pads come with instructions and it shows you which one has the tab and which one goes in properly. And on older stuff it's kind of difficult because it gets all rusty and it gets pretty corroded. Alright, got a little windy out. So we got the pads in the brackets. We're going to put it back on. And then you just got to put in bolt right there for the caliper bracket and bolt right there for the caliper bracket. Alright, so we have the pads installed. The brake caliper bracket is tightened down. Now we have your brake caliper. You have this little circle piece in here right here. Most cars, well, I don't want to say most, but some have these style right here, where instead of with a C-clamp pushing the piston in, you Alright, so we're putting the caliper back on. We've got these slide pins right here. Push in so the caliper can move freely on it. Gotta make sure they're both lined up. And then you got bolts. These are not always the easiest things to line up. So we got that one started right there. And we've got this one started right here. So we're going to tighten it all up. Make sure everything's tight on the vehicle, and then we're going to put the wheel on and make sure it works. So we got the caliper bracket, new pads are on. We're not replacing the rotor in this video because I can't find any for a Kia Rio within 45 minutes of where I live. So the last thing you're going to do before you take the car back out and say it's finished, see how loose that is? Brake caliper is kind of loose, and that's because there's no pressure in it because we squished the caliper piston down. So, alright, the last thing we're going to do before we take the car back and say it's finished, pump up the brake pedal a couple times because we squished down the caliper, pushed it down So we need to get the caliper pushed back out so it makes a better contact and pushes on the pads.